when we were meeting for the first time and we were talking, like I can tell you specifically, and it sounds like now that's the company, have this like customer obsession, customer focus, and which I love. You're also not the founder of Smartling. You joined as the CEO. How did you get up to speed on what the customers wanted? How did you become, now it's like you understand that customer sounds like very well. Like, how did you actually do that when you joined?
Sure. Two things. One is, if you look at my background, I spent a lot of time in venture funded companies as a founder or a co-founder, right? So I still had very much that mentality around creating product market fit. I'm a big believer in, innovator's dilemma, obsessing over what problem or what job a customer is trying to do. So I always approach product from that perspective. Jeff Bezos famously leaves the empty chair in the room. We talk about that a lot. Point is that everything that we do is about helping our customers achieve their desired outcomes. So part and parcel of all that is just instilling that into the organization, and then understanding what it is. So how did I understand what those things were? Well, in fairness, for the past 20 years, every product or e-commerce business that I've ever launched has been global, right? So I've been a customer of translation and localization for 20 years, right? So I said, listen, and when I walked in the door the first day, I said, I have no idea how you guys do what you do, but after 20 years of experience, I know exactly what I want as a customer. So that was like my first sort of lens, okay? Then it became a very systematic effort around going out and talking with customers and understanding what problem are they trying to solve. And in fact, it was funny. I just literally got back. We just got done doing basically a 3-week tour around the world. I've met with hundreds of customers, go out to dinner, have drinks. And the question, the way I always open up a conversation is, what problem are you trying to solve? And that usually elicits a very direct answer, right? Everyone kind of has at the top of, oh, you know what, God, you know what I'm trying to solve right now, da, 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 da. And you put that together over a couple hundred meetings like that, you start and you document it, and you start getting some pretty good pattern recognition around that. And that really helps inform us as a company in terms of what products we're trying to solve for our customers.
How long do you think it took you from the point you joined to the point you understood the cut?
Well, I've been doing it for 3.5 years, so 3.5 years. I think it probably took, I think it 6 months, 6 months. And I think to be comfortable, a year, to be honest.
One of like my favorite moments, I talk about it a lot, is at one point I met with 100 customers in 100 days, one-on-one. It was during COVID over Zoom.
Yep.
And I was the founder. I did know the customer, but I felt like I had kind of gotten disconnected. Their lives changed a lot because of COVID, their jobs, and like you just said, like the power of just having those, like literally just talk, like there's no secret, like having the conversation. I mean, for me, it was like within 10, I don't know, 15 of them, I knew what the next 85 were going to say almost. There starts to be those patterns where you're like, okay, there's right. I mean,
and that's why we say, like, so if you look at our North Star, right, our North Star is to help our customers grow faster global, right? But what does that mean? That means nothing. Okay, great. That sounds great, Bob. What does that mean? We know that they, after hundreds of, or thousands, tens of thousands of sales meetings, signing up customers, all that kind of stuff, they care about 4 things: quality, cost, speed, ease of use, right? Those are things now those are pillars that we build our business on and our product roadmap on. And those are also KPIs that we can measure, right? So quality, we can measure. Speed, we can measure. Cost, obviously, we can measure. Ease of use, we can even measure. And that's what we do. So like we're constantly working on creating technology that improves those outcomes for our customers. I would make one other point, which I think is kind of interesting. Like, okay, so within a few months, like I had a pretty good idea of what our customers wanted, but guess what? our customers' needs chill every year. So I just spent the last 3 weeks, and the conversations that I had with those customers in the last 3 weeks, their problem set has changed from a year ago, right? I'll give you an example. So I said, what's the number one problem you're trying to solve? Oh my God, our CEO wants us is demanding that we have an AI solution, right? So a year ago, that was not,
Yeah.
they would have said, right? So, and we, fortunately, this is one of the things I talk about. It's like we started building out this technology 2.5 years ago, and I'm glad we really hustled when we did, because now we have to meet our customers where they are. So, for example, some of them are really sophisticated. They want to use their own LLMs. They want to do their own prompt engineering, but they'd like to do it within the automation and the framework and the tool set of Smartling, right? Great. Okay. Then we have other customers like, holy smokes, I have no idea. Like he or she wants us to use AI, and I don't know how to do that. I'm like, great, we got that solution. So we had to build this solution set that spans across that customer use case, which is like, we're super sophisticated, highly engineering oriented, can write prompts, can do all that, to, geez, just do it for me and everything in between. That was a lot of work to retool the platform to enable that type of outcome for our customers. And it's still very much ongoing, as you can imagine.